Hello. I was thinking about doing this for a while. I'm finally doing it. So this is a series on the sun. But before I'm going to embark on this journey, I'd like to explain what is the difference between the ascendant, the moon, and the sun, and why they all have great standing. Okay. The sun is that which radiates energetically. The sun is not something graspable, it is just the way that you be, it is the way that you glow and the way you protrude. It is that which is simple, it is just you. In a nutshell, it's the truth in your soul, it's the truth in your feeling. Beyond the moon and the lunar divination and greater revealing of impurity is just the feeling, the purity when you enjoy and you're just happy. It is that which is inside you that's chirpy. You know, when you're free and you are able to be yourself without regard, your sun is that which shines through you. It is the standard for your light. It is a standard for your life. If you follow the ways of the sun, you will unite within your very purpose and your place. However, when you look at your ascendant, that is your featured place. Your sun is the truth which will guide you forever, but your ascendant is that which will give you the never and not now and not today and perhaps another time. Your ascendant in your life which creates in you a pantomime of limitation and being placed in ways that may be somehow not so worthy. Your sun's your truth, but your ascendant is your worry. But not emotional, just mental thinking about who you are. Your ascendant is that which places you. It brings you to star in someone's life or an environment as something that is real. Your ascendant is not really about who you are inside. It's powered by that in which you feel good. Your surroundings is what brightens up your mood. Your ascendant is the navigation through which you know your sun much better. You will understand this only later. As the sun explores itself through the ascendant phases, it learns, it grows, and it erases limitation. Your sun is that which brings you to fruition. Your sun is the pinnacle of your true vision. But the ascendant is the way that you have chosen to be here, in a way that may bring to you things, or may bring something to disappear or reappear. The ascendant is the manifestation of this realm. And though it's not very understood, but the ascendant is the game of time. It is the turning of the void within. It is the way in which we wear ourselves too thin. The ascendant is who you are to others, and that may not be so true to you. And it bothers. For instance, I'm a Scorpio Ascendant here to bring eventually some knowings, but my Libra sun just wants to let it all go. It just wants it to be glowing. It's just easy and it's not very reflecting. But here's the thing, to be in my pure suns affecting and growing and evolving through this timeline, I must make ascendant something that I pantomime around. So my Scorpio ascendant is my leader. It is that which is my ascension giver. It is the believer in me, the ascendant. So when I feel a Scorpio energy around me through another person, I am in some way dependent on what they are to show or teach me in some way. As my Libra sun wants to know the way of the Scorpio sun shows me direction. The way of the Scorpio sun will show me reflection of what I am to become as part of my journey to let my Libra sun rise in its glory. But the moon is something that is on the other side. Now, the moon is something that likes to hide. The moon is important because it shows us that which is limitation. It shows us the darkness that needs our attention. It also flows through us as an infatuation with the depth that we do not yet have. It is an intention. The moon is intention for growth without purity. It is the intention to feel. But in that we cause great calamity. The moon is the guide of the deep and the dark and the void. The moon is the dark side of us that we cannot avoid. The moon in the house is that which is dark. For example, for myself, I've got moon in the first. It makes me feel stark. But in the light of the moon, as we learn our emotions, we understand that the moon inspires in us the ocean of boundless knowing and magic. So through understanding the moon, our emotions and limitations become a lot less tragic. We're no longer tied or bound by our old understandings, as the moon shows us through what is there for mending. For example, in my first house, Scorpio moon for me. And that means when I meet a Scorpio person, they show me how to be free. They show me how their sun shines upon my moon and how I can rid myself of all the stagnant gloom. For example, if you have a moon in Libra, I will show and shed some light for that which I hold as the energy of Libra deep inside. As my sun is Libra, I can show you the way forward. But in certain ways, this whole paradigm can make itself quite bored. Where do we go? How do we find ourselves? Do we go forward in action, or do we go in stealth? Do we follow the moon? Do we follow the ascendant, or do we follow the sun? And here is the key knowing. We are dependent on Mother Earth, which is never on the Western chart. Because the Mother Earth is the placement that is within our heart. If my sun is in Libra, direct opposite is Aries. If your sun is in Scorpio, direct opposite is Taurus. The sun illuminates the earth directly opposite itself. And that is the key to how you can make all your desires and your needs a lot more stealth. You can meet anything you want. You can make it all happen. Just as long as you understand that your earth is what is happening. Your moon is in the ether. Your sun is within your body. Your ascendant is just the illusion that you travel. But your earth can fool nobody. Your earth is a direct opposite of your sun. Your earth is the true mum. She is what holds you and cherishes you forever. She is that which can provide for you much better than any other aspect of your astrology. And this is why in this series I will touch on both sun and earth to underline how in our astrological community we've become so difficult and biased about all these different aspects of ourselves. But all we need to really recognize is that all these different suns and moons and Venuses and Mercuries can be put right away on a very boring shelf if we just understand the needs that are of Earth. And if we understand those needs, then we don't need to unearth little bits of psyche here and there just to understand why we are here. So I hope you enjoy this series, and I'm really excited to bring it to you and my ridiculous poncho that is not new. Got it from a very dear friend who taught me well, and I hope you enjoy the following well of knowledge that I'm happy to present. Thank you.